Let's talk about what's really happening in your brain during an impulsive eating episode. The conventional wisdom about impulsive eating gets it completely wrong. It's not about hunger. It's not about lack of willpower. It's not even about the food itself. Your brain has developed a complex network of neural pathways that automatically trigger eating responses to specific situations. These pathways formed over years of using food as a coping mechanism. Every time you ate in response to stress, anxiety, or other emotions, you strengthened these neural connections. The frustrating part is that these pathways operate below your conscious awareness. By the time you realize you're reaching for food, the impulse has already been triggered. This explains why traditional advice about just saying no or having more willpower fails so miserably. Think about the last time you ate impulsively. The sequence probably went something like this. You experienced a trigger, stress, boredom, anxiety. Your brain automatically initiated the eating response, and before you knew it, you were already eating. The conscious part of your brain only caught up after the fact, leading to those familiar feelings of guilt and shame. This automatic response system developed as a survival mechanism. Your brain learned that food provided temporary relief from uncomfortable emotions or situations. It's trying to help you. But in today's world of abundant food and chronic stress, this system causes more harm than good. The real problem isn't you. It's this outdated neural programming running in the background of your mind. Understanding this fundamental truth removes the shame and blame from impulsive eating and puts you in a position to actually solve the problem. The solution to impulsive eating lies in rewiring these neural pathways, not fighting against them. I've developed a 3-part framework that addresses the root cause of impulsive eating rather than just managing symptoms. First, we need to understand your specific trigger patterns. Everyone's triggers are different, but they typically fall into 5 main categories: emotional triggers, situational triggers, time-based triggers, social triggers, and environmental triggers. By mapping out your personal trigger landscape, we can start to see the patterns that drive your impulsive eating. The second part involves installing pattern interrupts at critical decision points. These aren't just willpower-based stops. They're strategic interventions that redirect neural pathways before the impulse takes over. For example, one of my clients installed a simple 30-second breathing practice whenever she entered her kitchen after 8 p.m. This small change reduced her nighttime eating by 80% within 2 weeks. The third component focuses on building new neural pathways that provide the same benefits as impulsive eating without the negative consequences. Remember, your brain turned to food because it worked. It provided temporary relief or pleasure. We need to give your brain better options that serve the same purpose. Each of these components builds on the others, creating a comprehensive system for breaking free from impulsive eating. The key is understanding that we're not fighting against your brain. We're working with it to create new, healthier patterns. Let's break down exactly how to implement this system in your daily life. The process starts with a simple but powerful tracking method I call the Trigger Action Result, TAR log. For 3 days, you'll record every instance of impulsive eating, noting what happened before, trigger, what you did, action, and how you felt afterward, result. This data becomes your roadmap for transformation. Most people discover patterns they never noticed before. One of my clients realized that 70% of her impulsive eating happened during work calls, something she'd never connected before tracking. Once you have your patterns mapped out, we implement the pattern interrupts. These need to be simple, practical, and tailored to your specific triggers. For example, if stress triggers your eating, we might install a 2-minute meditation practice when stress levels rise. If boredom is your trigger, we might create a list of engaging 3-minute activities you can do instead of eating. The key is making these interrupts automatic and easy to implement. No complicated rules or systems, just simple redirections that work with your brain instead of against it. We're not trying to eliminate the impulse immediately. We're creating space between the trigger and the action. Finally, we focus on building new neural pathways through consistent practice of alternative responses. This isn't about willpower, it's about repetition and reinforcement. Every time you successfully navigate a trigger without impulsive eating, you strengthen the new pathway and weaken the old one. Beyond the basic framework, there are several advanced strategies that can accelerate your progress. These techniques leverage recent discoveries in neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new neural connections throughout life. One powerful technique is what I call future self-visualization. This isn't just standard visualization, it's a specific protocol that helps your brain create new neural pathways associated with controlled eating. The process takes just 3 minutes per day, but dramatically increases your success rate. Another advanced strategy involves manipulating your environment to support your new neural pathways. This goes beyond just removing trigger foods. It's about creating what neuroscientists call environmental enrichment that supports healthy choices without requiring constant willpower. We also use a technique called trigger reframing that actually turns your old triggers into cues for positive behaviors. Instead of fighting against triggers, you learn to use them as launching points for new, healthier responses. This is particularly effective because it works with your existing neural architecture instead of trying to build everything from scratch. The most powerful advanced strategy is something I call the identity shift protocol. This technique helps you literally rewire how your brain thinks about food and your relationship with it. It's not about rules or restrictions. It's about fundamentally changing how you see yourself in relation to food. The journey to overcoming impulsive eating isn't about perfect compliance with a set of rules. It's about understanding your brain's patterns and working with them to create lasting change. Every person I've worked with who's successfully overcome impulsive eating has done so by applying these principles consistently over time. Remember, your brain developed these patterns over years of repetition. While you can start seeing results quickly, lasting transformation takes time and consistent practice. The good news is that every small success strengthens your new neural pathways and makes the next success easier. I've seen people transform their entire relationship with food using these methods, from the executive who stopped stress eating during meetings to the mother who no longer raids the pantry after putting her kids to bed. These principles work when applied consistently. Subscribe to my channel for more in-depth videos about overcoming impulsive eating and creating a healthy relationship with food. Each week I share new strategies, techniques, and real-life examples of people who've transformed their eating habits using these methods. Hit that subscribe button now to join our community of people who are rewiring their brains for better eating habits. Together, we're creating lasting change by working with our brains instead of against them. Go ahead and find links in the description below to resources that can help you stop impulsive eating sooner rather than later, and subscribe to our channel for more tips and motivational strategies to get the results you want.